guys, welcome back to Spelling and Word Study. My name is Mrs. Rhoades and I'm here to get you started on Unit 16, Initial Blends with S. Please take a second to gather your materials. You will need your red book, open to page 101. You will also need some colorful pens, markers, or crayons. Remember, whatever I mark up on the board, you should be marking on your page. Please save room for a key as well. All right, so last week we started talking about blends. Remember, blends are two sounds that come together, but they each keep their own sound. So we talked about SH, and we said that SH is a digraph because it says shh. But today we're going to see S combined with several other letters, SC, SK, SM, and in each of these words, the S is going to keep its own sound and just blend into the sound next to it. So I want you to listen for that as we read our words. Please repeat after me. Scab, skin, smell, snap, spot, stem, still, stop, stuff, swim. So you'll notice all of our words started with the S and then another consonant sound after it. Last week we worked on L blends. So our words started with several different consonant sounds and then moved on to the L. So we had BL, which said bowl, like in blue. We had CL, which said cool, like in clap. This week, our focus is on S blends. So let's choose a color. And the first pattern I want you to notice is the SC in scab. Over in our key, orange box equals SC blend. Now look at our next word. We have SK in skin. SC and SK make the same exact sound, right? We have our SC blend, which says sk, and then we have our SK blend, which also says sk. So how do we know? How do we know when to use SC and when to use SK? Well, here's an interesting fact you might not have known. The letter C is usually followed by an A in words like cat, and O in words like cot, or a U in words like cup. So the letter C is usually followed by the vowels A, O, and U. The letter K is usually followed by the letter E in words like key, or the letter I in words like kit. Okay? So C hangs out with A, O, and U. K hangs out with E and I. Well, the same is true for SC. SC hangs out with A's, the letter A, in words like scat. It hangs out with the letter O in words like scope. And it hangs out with the letter U in words like scuff. Okay, so just like C hangs out with A, O, and U, SC also hangs out with A, O, and U. SK hangs out with E in words like sketch, and I in words like skip. So if you notice our example here, we have SC hanging out with an A and SK hanging out with an I. Now, of course, there are exceptions to this rule, but for the most part, if you are using SC, it's going to be followed by A, O, or U. And if you're using SK, it's going to be followed by E or I. Okay? All right. Moving along, we also have an SM blend in the word smell or smack or smile. That's a good one to know. We have an SN blend in the word snap, snap. We're blending the S and N together. We have the SP blend in words like spot, and we have the ST blend in words like stem and still, stop, and stuff. That's a great one to know. And last but not least, we have the SW in swim. Okay, so these are all common beginning blends in our language. Now there's another one that I didn't include here because we talked about it last week, and that was the SL blend in words like slip and slide and slow. Okay, so just keep that in mind. There are lots of different words we can make by starting with an S blend. Okay, as a review, I want you to notice that some of our bonus letters are back again. We have a double L in smell, another double L in still, and a double F in stuff. So over here, let's make a note. Anything in a red box is a bonus letter. And that's a letter that likes to show up as a pair or a set at the end of a word. And usually our bonus letters are FF, LL, SS, or ZZ. So we see our bonus letters in smell, still, and stuff. Okay, we've been talking about verbs lately. So I want to go through our list, and we're going to mark a V for verb, next to our verbs. Those are our action words. So you can't scab, right? That's a thing. Like you have when you cut your arm and it bleeds, then you develop a scab. So that's a thing. I suppose you can skin something, right? I mean, skin is a thing, but you can also fall and skin your knee, which is another word for scrape it. So we can use that as a verb. We can definitely smell things with our nose, so that's a verb. We can snap our fingers. We can spot an owl in the trees. Yes, spot is also a noun, it's a thing. So we can skin our knees, we can smell with our nose, we can snap our fingers, we can spot something in the trees. We can't really stem or still. We definitely can stop. We can stuff something, like we can stuff our bellies, we can stuff an envelope, stuff a suitcase, and of course we can swim. Okay, so now that we've found all of our action words, I want you to remember what we talked about last week. We talked about adding suffixes. So taking the word spot and changing it to spotting or spotted. Last week I taught you the doubling rule, and the doubling rule says when we have a verb that ends with one vowel and one consonant, we have to double that consonant before we add ing. So that's how we get spotting and spotted. Same thing. Double the T, add ed. Let's look at snap. We have a vowel and one consonant. So if I want to change snap to snapping, I double the P, add ing. If I want to change snap to snapped, double the P, add ed. If I want to change skin to skinning, like I keep skinning my knee, this time I have to double the N consonant. There's skinning. And if I wanted to change it to skinned, I would double the N and add ed. Okay? You're going to have more practice with this when you get to page 105. You're going to take the words stop, swim, spit, and snap, and you're going to change them to stopping, swimming, spitting, snapping. You will double the consonant before you add ing. On the bottom of the page, you have scab, stop, snap, and spot. I guess you can use scab as a verb, right? Like a cut can scab over. You're going to change it to scabbed, stopped, snapped, and spotted. Again, double that consonant. One thing I want you to notice, though, I skipped the word smell and stuff because there's no doubling rule involved there. We already have a double consonant, so we can just go ahead and add our ing or our ed. That would look silly if we added more else, right? The doubling rule only fits when we have one vowel and one consonant. Double the consonant, add ing. Double the consonant, add ed. If my word already ends with two consonants, easy peasy, I don't do anything. I just add my ing or I add my ed, okay? Like I said, you will practice that some more when you get to page 105. Okay, oh, down here, forgot to update my key. V equals verb, and we know that a verb is an action word, something we do or animals do or the weather does, that sort of thing. All right, very quickly, let's make sure we know what our words mean. So a scab, we talked about that. That would be like the crispy edge, the outside part of a cut, right? It heals up into, it protects you until your skin can heal. Skin, we know. Smell, we know. Snap, you snap your fingers, you snap a button. Spot can be like a spot on the glasses or a spot on your clothes, or you can spot something, or you can have a favorite spot. Like maybe you have a favorite spot where you like to go for picnics or go for walks. Stem, if we have a flower, it's got some leaves, it's got some pretty petals on it. This right here is the stem. That's what holds the plant up, okay? Still can mean a couple different things. It can be like quiet and not moving. Like your parents might tell you to sit still, right? If they're trying to drive the car, they don't want you jumping all over the place. They say sit still. So it can mean quiet and not moving. It can also mean like I'm still hungry. I ate 3 slices of pizza, but I'm still hungry. Or I slept for 8 hours, but I'm still tired. Okay? Means whatever was happening before is happening now. Stop, you know. Stuff has a lot of different meanings. You can stuff a bag, you can stuff your belly, or you can have a lot of stuff in your house, in your bedroom, whatever. And then the last word is swim, and that's something we do in the water. It keeps us floating. All right, that's all I have for you today. Good luck, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.